Welcome, my sister. Thank you so much for joining. Gladys, thank you for joining, Gladys. You're welcome. Please share the video in your platform, share the video, give a like to the video, give a thumbs up to the video, and share on your own platform. Share on your WhatsApp group, share to family and friends. Oliver, thank you for joining, Oliver. Thank you for joining, Oliver. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Share the video on your platform and give a thumbs up to the video. Nena, thank you so much for joining, Nena. I appreciate you. You're welcome, Gladys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. I'm fine, my sister Linda. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm very well. Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining. Keep on connecting. Keep on showing your love. Keep on sharing. Give a thumbs up to the video so that others can connect. Thank you so much, Oliver. I appreciate you. We will continue to stand on the side of the truth. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, we're not changing. God bless you too, my dear sister Nena. God bless you more and more. Thank you so much, my sister Linda. Thank you for joining. Charles, thank you so much for joining, Charles. You're welcome, Charles. Thank you for joining, Charles. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you, Charles. Thank you for joining. You're welcome. Thank you. Any place you're joining from, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for connecting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for connecting. Wherever you are joining from, I appreciate you. We will continue to preach the gospel and speak the truth and nothing but the truth. And we are back here again, once again. As usual, sending the message to them, whether they like it or not. They will hear us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Today we are going to talk about some critical issues. Today being Friday, we are going to discuss about some critical issues, things that have concerned us. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Akalono. Thank you so much, Akalono, for joining. I appreciate everyone who is supporting this channel. Please share the video in your platform. Share it to your WhatsApp group. Share it to any group where you have your platform. Share it so that people can join us. We are not preaching hate here. We are not attacking anybody. We are not preaching division, and we are not preaching any antagonization. Neither are we preaching any hate speech. We are bringing the plight of the Biafran people to the front burner, setting the record straight, saying the truth and nothing but the truth. That is what we do on this channel. We stand for the truth and we will continue to stand with the truth at all times. That is what we do. We don't bring propaganda. We don't antagonize people. We don't talk against people. We are speaking the truth and nothing but the truth, following the sincerity of the word and giving the message where we get the message. Thank you for joining. As you are joining, remember today what is a kind of going viral out there. That is the topic we're going to dive into today. When you look at my topic, I wrote it there, exposing their plan to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu irrelevant. It is, for a very long time we have been talking about it, that we must not allow the caliphate to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu irrelevant. We have been saying it, preaching about it. I have been saying it, I personally have been saying it on every of my broadcasts, that we must not allow them to sweep the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under the carpet. And as you all know, we are in the year of election. The Janjaweed will come with all manner of attack. They have tried and tried and tried, and they could not succeed. Today, you can see the length the Janjaweed can go. You can see the length the Janjaweed can. They have gone everything. They have paid and bought as many people as they can buy. They have bought even people who you think that they are strong, people who you think that they are standing with you. It is going to get worse. It is going to get worse. And I have said it all the time that it is only those who are mentally sound that can be able to overcome this time that we are going into. It is going to get worse. They will even buy your best friend. They will even buy your brother or your sister. They can even buy your mother or your father. But you have to be focused. Remain on the truth. The truth can never change. It can never change. And lie can never be the truth. The lie cannot change to be the truth because it is your father or your mother or your friend or the person you like that told a lie. A lie remains a lie. Even if it is Pope John Paul that tells a lie, it will remain a lie. It cannot be truth. We cannot say because a Pope lied, now we will not take it as truth. No. Every truth remains the truth. Thank you so much for joining, KC. I appreciate you. You're welcome. Truth remains the truth. It doesn't matter where you are coming from. It doesn't matter the angle you are coming from. Once you say the truth, it can never be changed. And it doesn't need effort to defend the truth. The truth stands on itself. And when you tell a lie will remain a lie. It doesn't matter how you try to paint it. The more you continue to tell a lie, the more you will need more effort. You need more energy. You need more strategy to cover up the lie that you have told in the past. And the more you continue to struggle to cover up the lie, the more you continue to reveal yourself. The more you are being exposed in the lies you are telling, the more you continue to be exposed. It is only those ones who their conscience is dead. There are some human beings that their conscience is dead. Those people whom their conscience is dead, they are the people who are still telling you that they don't know which one is the truth and which one is lie. It is that group, those group of people who conscience are dead. But for those of us who still have conscience, we are not righteous. Even though we are not righteous, we are not perfect, but at least we still have a little conscience in us. When we see somebody that is lying, we will know. When you are doing evil, we will know. When you are saying that which is wrong, we will know. It is only when you see people, some of them occupy their head with their hatred because you hate somebody, because you don't like to see somebody, because of your envy and jealousy. You see the truth. You know that this is the truth. This is the truth. Obviously, this is the truth. Because of your envy, because of your jealousy, because of pride, because of what you eat, you decide to defend lie and you stand against the truth. But if you have conscience, every single one of them that is standing against the truth, that has conscience, their conscience will be flogging them anytime they go to bed. When they wake up, each time they meet my video on the road, their mind will cut. Each time they meet the video of all those people who are saying the truth, once they meet your video, their mind will cut. After listening for 1 minute alone, only 1 minute, here, even seeing you alone on video, their mind will cut. They will lose focus. That is the power of the truth. That is the power of the truth. And you cannot change it. That is why our brother Simon Ekpa is still standing today. He is not standing because he's Simon Ekpa. He is not standing because he's living in Finland. He is not standing in Finland. He is standing because he's so educated or so rich. No. He is standing because he is standing on the truth. And he doesn't need much energy to defend himself. With all the attack that is coming against him, it is people that are fighting for him. He's not fighting for himself. And if you have conscience and you are standing for the truth, the same way people will fight for you. People will pick up your battle and fight your battle. People will, strangers who people you don't know will be fighting your battle. People you don't know, you don't need to beg anybody. You don't need to pay anybody to fight for you. People you don't know will stand up and fight for you. You will only be hearing it. Sometimes you move, you meet their videos along the line. But for those who are lying, who conscience is there, we cannot help them. You cannot shame the shameless. You can't shame the shameless. But what we have to do, those of us who still have conscience, those of us who are standing on the truth, continue to stand on the truth and try as much as possible to encourage as many people as you can. Mainly our brothers and sisters in Biafra land. They have to be our focus. We do not have to forget our brothers in Biafra land. Let us focus on our brothers in Biafra land. Encourage them, support them the best way we can. Anything you know you can do to support our brothers and sisters in Biafra land, continue to do that. Continue to do that on a daily basis. Thank you so much, my Linda TV show. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my sister. May God replenish you and replace wherever you've gotten it from. God will prosper you also. Do not change your focus. No matter what anybody does, don't change your focus. Let us continue to encourage our brothers and sisters in Biafra land. They have to be our focus. Let us try as much as we can to support our brothers and sisters in Biafra land. They are doing wonderfully well. It is not easy. It is not easy. Those of us who are abroad, the people in Biafra land are the ones taking the bullet. A lot of distraction. They are facing more distraction than those of us who are abroad. They are facing more attack. They are facing more intimidation. And they are not stopping at intimidation. Now they are going room by room, sharing flyers, going places to begin to fight against our people. We have to stand up and support our brothers and sisters in Biafra. They are doing a great work. And they are the ones that are still standing strong, making sure that the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not relegated to the background. Our brothers and sisters in Biafra land, children, everybody, they deserve accolade. They deserve accolade. They are the one that is making sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu issue cannot be swept under the carpet. They have sworn that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never ever be made irrelevant. And nobody can do it. Nobody can try, nobody can succeed to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu irrelevant. The caliphate is trying. We can see that they are trying by all means possible. They have tried by using their politicians to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu irrelevant. They want to use their politicians. That was why they came and told us about political solution. Some ignorant people, some wicked people, some people who have sold their soul to the enemy, they decided to run towards that political solution that they know is lie, evil. Every one of them ran towards the political solution. They ran towards it. Today, what is happening? They have come, even with their mouth, to confess that political solution was a fraud. Even those of them who believe the political solution in the IPOB, today, they came and confessed that political solution was a fraud. But when we were preaching about it, when we were saying, do not stop what you are doing, continue to do it. When Simon Eber was shouting, don't stop what you are doing. Let us intensify our effort. Let us make sure that the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will remain much more costly than ever. Some people called him names. It is really why they hated him. They called him names. Why is he saying that? Today, that political solution is dead and buried. Even the people that went to Abuja to see the imposter in Asorok, they themselves are confessing today. They themselves are confessing that the political solution was a shroud. It was a distraction. That was the first time they tried to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu irrelevant. Dave Umahi and co. They planned to make it, but they couldn't succeed. They did not succeed. What did they do again? They went ahead again to begin to introduce their unknown gunmen, to begin to cause mayhem in order to blame the ESN. To blame the ESN established by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You saw them peddling their lies. You go to their conventional media, they are saying that unknown gunmen are attacking people on the day of sit at home. They are doing that. We were on the media shouting on daily basis, telling them these people are not members of ESN. They are the Fulani Caliphate. They are the members of DSS. They are the one doing the killing. We fought that and we fought that and we fought that. We were broadcasting on daily basis, trying to debunk all the lies. Even when the people we are supposed to be fighting with came out and said that the ESN should come into the street, they came and made a broadcast as if ESN in the street. It is still our brother Simon Eber, they came out to speak the right language, and we bought into the language and we begin to preach that ESN have remained in the bush since it was established. They are in the bush. They have no business in the city. They have no business in the city. We preach it and preach it until we begin to see evidence. We saw an unknown gunman they killed. Unknown gunman that was fired. He's a member of DSS. He had the ID card of the DSS with him. Instead of them saying the truth, they said it was an accidental discharge. That there was an exchange of fire, accidental discharge, then you kill a member of DSS. We saw another unknown gunman that was captured. A Fulani man, unknown gunman in Biafra land. But when we were talking about it, they say it was a lie. They say we are troublemakers. They say we are losing direction. But every single thing we have said in the past have come to pass, come to materialize. And we were pushing all that to make sure that their main target, which is to make Mazi Nnamdi irrelevant, did not work. They tried every way to blackmail Mazi Nnamdi, to make Mazi Nnamdi a very terrible man. To make Biafrans not to believe in him, to make Biafrans feel that Mazi Nnamdi is the one causing pain in them. When they tried and see they could not succeed, what did they do? They went back to plan another strategy. They began to plan another strategy. They begin to preach. In their platform, you see them preaching. They were preaching. They say that the sit at home we are doing, sit at home, it doesn't have effect. That sit at home, it is only the Southerners that are suffering. That sit at home, only Biafran people are suffering themselves. That Biafran people are punishing themselves. Only Biafran land. All this, that the poor people don't have something to eat. The poor masses don't have to propaganda. Just to demonize Mazi Nnamdi and make him irrelevant. They preach that and preach that. We follow them up. I thank Chukwu Okeke for social media. In social media, Chukwu Okeke have handed the social media over to the Biafran people. They have no choice. They cannot stop us. We follow them on social media. We preach and told them that the sit at home we are doing doesn't have effect only in Biafran land. It has effect even to the Janjaweed. They are feeling the pain. We are preaching it, we are saying it, that the sit at home is having effect. The sit at home is strong. Sit at home has been taken over by Chukwu Okeke. That was when the issue of autopilot came in. Autopilot. It is now autopiloted. Nobody is piloting the sit at home. Nobody is forcing people to sit at home. People on their own were sitting at home, and it was having effect. Everybody was feeling the effect of the sit at home in all corners, in all villages, in all towns, in all cities. Even in Abuja, they were feeling the effect of sit at home. But they try to demonize Mazi Nnamdi. When they come to their media, you will see them in their conventional media. They will say, sit at home have destroyed the economy. Sit at home have destroyed the economy. Sit at home have killed people. Sit at home have done this, have done that. They begin to put that lie. And we do not keep silent. We continue to fight them. We fought the media war. We fought the media war until at the last minute, they surrendered. They surrendered. When our brother Kanu came out to explain the real thing when he was celebrating his birthday, on his 60th birthday, he made that broadcast which went viral. The broadcast that went viral and touched all parts of the world. Nobody in Biafra that will say this. Nobody in that caliphate, nobody in that country called Nigeria will say that he don't see that very video. Every one of them saw that video. When they saw that video, our brother Kanu, Chukwu Okeke entered him. He confessed to the world that the sit at home is real. Sit at home is working. And sit at home is not only having effect to Biafra land, sit at home is having effect to the whole country as a whole. The whole country is suffering the sit at home, including Abuja. They are suffering the sit at home. And that was the truth. This is the truth they have been hiding. They have been hiding it. They've been hiding it. When you see them, they will be coming talking about sit at home. They will only be telling you about negative things that happened during the time of sit at home. None of them were able to point out positive. Until Kanu came and made that very broadcast he made that went viral. Everybody saw it. It was now clearer than ever that sit at home is working. And the only thing that will stop it is the release of Mazi Nnamdi, which he asked the imposter in Asrock. He tried to be very political. He tried to be very respectful the way he can and ask him to release Mazi Nnamdi unconditionally. It was after he made that statement that now every one of them now accept that truly sit at home is working. And what did they do? Instead of them now coming to address the cause of the sit at home, all these criminals who call themselves our elite in the Biafra land, all those idiots that call themselves elite, all the Ohanes and Dibu, all the governors, all those political leaders, all those religious leaders, instead of them to come out together and begin to address the cause of the sit at home. Address the cause of the sit at home. They are not addressing the sit at home. They came out and begin to sign a paper that we should stop sit at home by force. That they can no longer you can no longer tolerate what? Whom are you talking to? Are you Biafra? Who are the Biafran people? The Biafran people have spoken by themselves that you must release their leader that you are being holding captive. Release their leader. That is why they are sitting at home. Instead of you making that demand, instead of you joining your own people to make demand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released unconditionally, you are coming to tell us that we must sit at home. They are telling us about economic implication of the sit at home that Biafra is suffering. They can't say it anymore because it's much clearer than ever that the Janjaweed themselves, the contraption called Nigeria as a whole, they are suffering it. They are suffering it. And when you talk about the economic activity in Southeastern region have been suppressed from the day of amalgamation, since after the Civil War up to today. The economic situation of Biafra land has been very, very suppressed. The economic situation in Biafra land has been suppressed to every level. They don't want us to prosper. These people who are talking about economy, that the sit at home is affecting the economy. These same idiots that are saying that they sit at home, that we are sitting at home for our own benefit. They sit at home that the Biafran people are sitting for their own benefit, to free themselves from slavery, to save themselves and save their brother who is in captivity. They sit at home. That is what they are saying is destroying the economy. These same people know very well that in that Biafra land, the federal government do not want any economy to grow in Biafra land. They know very well that it is this same government that have refused anything that will make economy to grow in Biafra land to be blocked. In Biafra land, we have so many points in Biafra land. Thank you so much, my sister Gladys. I appreciate you. Thank you for your super chat. In Biafra land, we have so many people in Biafra land. We have seaport, 2 seaports in Biafra land. We have one at Ueli. We have another seaport at Port Harcourt. Why is it that these 2 seaports are not working? These people will not come and ask questions. Why is it that these 2 seaports are not working? The seaport we have in Biafra land, why is it that it's not working? Even when they know that 80% of the people who are using the very seaport we are talking about, 80% of people who are patronizing and using the seaport are from Biafra land. They are from Biafra land. Yet, the 2 seaports we have in Biafra land is not functioning. Go to Lagos seaport. Even when they are complaining that Lagos is congested. Lagos is congested. Even Lagos State is complaining Lagos is congested. But they will not open up Port Harcourt. They will not open up Ughelli seaport. Why? Is that not an act of wickedness? Is that not an attack against the economy in the southeast? Is that not an attack against? They have made southeastern region so uncomfortable. That is why our people is running outside to go and do business, because they make our area very uncomfortable. When you bring your goods to Lagos, for you to take that goods from Lagos and come to the southeast, you will spend more than the amount you spend to import that goods. More than the amount you spend that goods. And anybody who is making importation, you're making your importation to make gain. You are making your importation to make gain. So instead of you establishing your headquarters in the east, you establish your headquarters in Lagos. Therefore, in Lagos, you begin to distribute. But if we had a seaport in Biafra land, in Port Harcourt, in Ughelli, Biafran people will be making the importation to come to their land. Just like you see our people in Nnamdi. Nnamdi force themselves by all means to drag spare parts into Nnamdi. You must go there and take it. It costs them a lot. If we had seaport, could you imagine? Imagine if we had a seaport in Biafra land, what will happen? It is not only seaport, even international airport. We have no international airport in Biafra land. No international airport. Some people will tell you that they have Enugu. Some will talk about Port Harcourt. Go and buy a ticket. How many of you that are living abroad, buy a ticket to land in Enugu and see what they will tell you, and see the cost. Even when you buy a ticket to Enugu, you will first of all transit in Murtala Mohammed. You will transit in Murtala Mohammed Abuja before you go to Enugu. You will transit in Murtala Mohammed before you go to Port Harcourt. You cannot have a direct flight from abroad to Biafra land, but you have a direct flight from abroad to Kaduna, to Kanu. You have international airport in Kanu. You will fly from abroad, any part of the world, and land in Kanu. You will fly from any part of the world and land in Lagos. But why won't you land in Biafra land? Why is it that you cannot land in Biafra land for any part of the world? And these people are not addressing these issues. They are talking about economy. Who is destroying the economy? Is it the sit at home that we started a few days ago? The sit at home that we are doing to air our opinion, to show our disapproval of the slavery and captivity they are putting us into. They said we are destroying the economy. Meanwhile, the economy, they are the ones destroying it. They are there collecting revenue from our people. Do you know? Okay, look at the sit at home. You saw when Dave Uma, he came out and began to complain of how many billion they are losing every Monday. The billions they are losing every Monday. If they are losing such kind of amount, ask me, in the past years, what have they done with those billions they have been collecting? What have they done with it? What have they done with the billions they have been collecting for all the markets and all the revenue they've been collecting from Biafra land? What have you done for it? In Biafra land, we don't have any road. Mainly the federal. No federal road in Biafra land is okay. No single federal road in Biafra land is okay. And the Biafra land is where they get all the wealth. All the wealth you can think of. That wealth that the foreign companies, that international communities are coming, that wealth that is attracting the international communities into Nigeria, they are from Biafra land. All the wealth you see that attract international community into that country, they are Biafra land. You saw the Ukraine fight. Why they were preparing to attack, where they are preparing to attack Russia, why they were preparing to engage Russia. They were hoping, you saw them when they were discussing, they were hoping on the oil that is in Biafra land, the gas that's in Biafra land. That is what Europe was hoping on. That when Russia refused to give them, they will now hope on, they will now go and begin to buy from Biafra land. And when they mention Nigeria, what do you think? Do they have any gas? Do they have any gas plant in the north? It is in Biafra land. It is in the south. It is in the south. That is where the wealth is. But that same southern part of Nigeria, who is producing the whole wealth? The southern part of Nigeria that is producing everything, anything you can think of. It is in Biafra. The one Nigeria you are talking about, the people who are holding the one Nigeria are the Southerners. The Biafrans are the Udua people. Each time you hear that Nigerians are doing well abroad, oh, Nigerians are the most educated abroad. You go to the US, then when you check the statistics, the Nigerians are the most educated in the US. Who are those Nigerians? Have you ever asked yourself, who are those Nigerians? They are Biafran people and Udua people. The Biafrans are the Uduans. The Biafrans are the Uduans. The economic activity in Biafra land, the people that are destroying it and making sure that it doesn't prosper, is the caliphate. But the most painful thing is that those people who claim to be our representatives, even though we know we never voted them in, because there has never been any election in Nigeria. What they are doing is selection. They select people and put them. They will select people up to local government chairman, the caliphate select them. And that is why they will never do anything in our favor. They collect our revenue, they will not do any work, and nobody is going to question them. When you question them, Abuja will come after you. When you ask Abuja, they will tell you to go and ask your governor, go and ask your local government. But when you ask your local government, they will send troops from Abuja to come and protect that local government. That is the game they are playing, making sure that we remain slaves. And some fools, some idiots among us, all those who call themselves politicians, including traditional rulers and all those religious rulers, because they are having money on their account on monthly basis. They have money on their account. As long as the money is flowing in their account upon the blood of the innocent, they don't care. They are ready to kill as many Biafrans as possible for money to continue to flow into their account. And that is why Biafrans have said that we will no longer tolerate it. Not only Biafra, even our Udua brothers, they are also fighting and say they will not have it anymore. They will not have it. The only people that are not supporting the struggle, the only people that are those selfish ones, those wicked people who are enjoying the spirit of the blood of the innocent. They enjoy it, and that is how they get their strength. That's how they get their wealth. They are the people who are not supporting. The selfish.
If not for that, why wouldn't you support the struggle of Biafra? Why? They try to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu irrelevant. They try to make it at every instances, even when they know that Chukwu Okeke Abiama gave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu an assignment, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been able to prove himself innocent in all things. He has proved himself capable, very, very consistent from the very first day he started the struggle up to today. He has been very consistent. Very consistent. He has never lost focus for a day. He has never changed his request for a day. He is unbribable. When you hear unbribable, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only man that has been tested and trusted. Unbribable. Nobody else. Nobody else. Unbribable. Initially, they were seeing Biafran people as people who can be bought over. Very easy to buy. They were seeing Biafran people as people who are very easy to buy. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu proved them wrong. He proved them wrong. That money is not everything. That freedom supersedes money. That it is not all Biafrans that are in love with money. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu proved that and put that to zero. Every Biafran have to wake up. Stop listening to people who are peddling lies, who are making Mazi Nnamdi Kanu irrelevant. More especially these so-called politicians, these so-called traditional rulers and religious leaders who are not speaking the voice of the masses. Don't listen to them. Do not listen to them. It is your responsibility. It is my responsibility to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the time is now. The time is now. You have seen all their plan. Chukwu Okeke Abiama is in charge. When we talk about autopilot, autopilot doesn't mean that some people, like when you see them talking about autopilot, they say Simon Ekpa is in charge of autopilot. They accuse him of different things. They accuse Simon Ekpa of so many things. Simon Ekpa only gave the revelation when that revelation came. He is only the instrument that Chukwu Okeke Abiama used to make the revelation of the autopilot. And what it means, a time when people will be working on their own to free themselves and free Biafra. The day he made that comment, the day he made that broadcast, I was there live watching him. The way he explained it. By then, things had not gotten out of hand like this. He was advising the DOS. He was advising the leaders of IPOB. He was advising them, they should wake up now before it is too late. That if they don't wake up, a time will come when the struggle will enter autopilot. And he prayed, if that time comes, that Chukwu Okeke Abiama should give them the wisdom to be able to control things. We have entered into that very stage. And today, they have lacked the wisdom. They lack the wisdom. Instead, they allow themselves to be used by the enemy. Today, you see the one that is going viral. You see the topic that is going viral today, every day, that people are talking about in all platforms. Some people talking under their nose. Some people, even when they are seeing this thing that is plain, simply because of the hatred they have for Mazi Simon Ekpa, they decided to buy evil. They decided to pursue lie. Because you hate Simon Ekpa, you decide to support evil, support lie. Something that is very plain. Something that even those who are opposing him are confessing to. You now, instead of you now that have been following up, to continue to follow up, you all of a sudden you change 360 degrees and begin to fight Simon, simply because he did not use the language you want him to use. Simply because he did not pick up the fight you want to force him to pick. Simply because he told you that enough of the division. Let us focus on freedom. Whoever is fighting for freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for freedom of Biafra. No matter whom you are, under any disguise, under any name, it is left for you. You can fight under any name, fight under any disguise. As long as you are not standing on the way of the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are fighting for the actualization of Biafra. And it was so difficult for them to understand. Today, it is becoming more clearer. Those who are trying to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu irrelevant. It is becoming more clearer. All the way from January, somebody went and removed the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from being the director of Radio Biafra. They removed the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from being the director of Radio Biafra. They didn't stop there. They removed him as the leader of IPOB. Some people came at last and began to claim that they were the ones who mentioned it when it happened the first time. I'm not doubting them. I'm not doubting whoever said that. I saw a broadcast where somebody was saying, one of the people who is one of the broadcasters of the DOS saying that he saw that thing when it happened. When he saw it, that he didn't like it, he called the attention of leadership and told them that they should go and put back that name, that what they are doing is wrong. He came and confessed that he saw it when it happened, and he accepted that it is the wrong thing to do. The same thing our brother Samuel Ekpa is saying. But after agreeing to that, he will still put a jar on another because it is Simon Ekpa that have blown the loud trumpet. You see the importance of the platform of Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa have a strong platform, a platform that can be able to touch lives and touch people. Even though he made that revelation then, nobody paid attention. People go about their businesses. They couldn't say about it. They didn't say about it. They didn't talk about it in Radio Biafra. But after much, after waiting for a long time, I know Simon Ekpa as a patient man. Simon Ekpa he will not just come out and begin to attack somebody. He doesn't just come out and focus. If you watch about before he began to expose the leadership of IPOB, before he started this way, it took 5 months. It took 5 complete months. He gave them time. 5 complete months. Instead of them retracing their step, instead of them making correction, they continue to attack him, to continue to push propaganda against him, continue to sponsor people to attack him before he reacted. That is where he acts. He doesn't act so fast. That thing happens in January. He saw it, he took note of it, but he was waiting. Maybe it will be announced openly. Let us hear the explanation why this happened. Let us hear this. Nothing was said. Every one of them kept silent as if nothing was happening. They kept silent as if nothing was happening until when he came and began to make the broadcast on that. Begin to ask the question that we should ask that question. Why did they remove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as the director of Radio Biafra? Why? And when he asked that question, instead of people going back to digest that question, digest it and think about it, is he right to ask that question or not? Is he right or wrong? At least go to that very UK company, go and log in there and check for yourself and see whether the information he's given, is it right or wrong. People could not go and make that investigation. You see people coming to attack him ignorantly, people coming to attack him ignorantly, even when they see truth before their own very eye. You're welcome, Lillian. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Instead of supporting him, they come to attack him ignorantly. They began to attack him from all angles, from all corners, because he revealed the truth. They come to attack him, and it was that time now. It was just recently now that one of the members of DOS promoters came out and began to say that he blew the trumpet when he saw that thing. That he blew the trumpet, and after he blew the trumpet, that he told them to go and reinstate his name. That after 48 hours, they reinstated the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name. But do you know what happened? When they put back his name, he that is saying that name was Kudumba did not go back to check and study well and see what was written there. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer in charge of Radio Biafra and is no longer the leader of IPOB, according to the documents that they have over there. They removed the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as director. And when the guy was saying they placed him back, they put him back, but they did not put him back as a director. They put his name back as a co-director. They put the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back as a co-director. And even if you don't understand English, co-director and director is not the same thing. They are not one word. They are not the same word. The white man that put that CO, co-director, and then have another word, director. He is not they are not insane. They are not insane. Go and check the meaning of co-director and director. They are not the same thing. The supreme leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was the director of IPOB, director of Radio Biafra. Each time he make a broadcast, before he starts his broadcast, he will introduce himself as the supreme leader of IPOB and the director of Radio Biafra. That is how he had been introducing himself. Until the day he was kidnapped. He has never changed that. All of a sudden, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. And somebody came and changed the name of Mazi Nnamdi, remove him from being a director of Radio Biafra. What is your reason? What is your motive? There is no reason whatsoever. You know, if it were we only that we are saying it, people will say, why are we saying that? But somebody who is a broadcaster supporting the deal, maybe they will sack him. I believe they will sack him very soon. They will suspend him or sack him. The man came out and said that he didn't support that it is evil, that they should put his name back. He came to say it. He is still saying it. I saw one of his videos where he was saying it. That removing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there is no reason, no justifiable reason to remove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They say they put that in the same thing or whatever they call his name, that they put the name so that the woman can be able to defend the Radio Biafra or do that. What a stupid defense you are talking about. What stupid excuse. An excuse that even a primary school child will not buy. That you made the woman director so the woman can be able to go and pay and clear the debt of the radio. What a stupid excuse. And you went ahead to remove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as the leader of IPOB. You know, when we are hammering about the issue of Radio Biafra, they think it is not just Radio Biafra. They have removed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as the leader of IPOB. They removed his name. Removed his name as director of Radio Biafra. And they made him a co-director. Even in the co-director issue, they added another name. A name that we are not even sure if that's the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the name that has been there already, we know the name that has been there. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been there for a very long time. All of a sudden, we begin to see some new names, including Kanu inside. And they made that person co-director, not a director. And people are looking at it, they say it's okay. It is okay because it is someone else that is shouting about it. It is okay because it is someone else that is shouting against it. Instead of you standing on the truth, the person that did this, if the leadership of IPOB is genuine, if they are genuine, anybody that made such attempt, even if you did it by mistake, you are not supposed to have anything to do with IPOB anymore. Even if you did that by mistake, you are not supposed to have anything to do with IPOB anymore. Anybody that thought it in his mind to remove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as the director of Radio Biafra, even in your dream, you think about it to remove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as the director of Radio Biafra. You plan it, you think about it, even by mistake. You are not supposed to be part of Biafra anymore. Biafrans are not supposed to have anything to do with you anymore. Because you are a clear-cut saboteur. A clear one. You are one of those who are trying to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu irrelevant. But as usual, what did the leadership do? They came and supported that evil. They supported that evil. Instead of talking about it, they are now bullying people. They begin to bully people and push their propagandas. They begin to bully people and push their propagandas to make people believe falsehood. They have gone to the extent of even making our own lawyers to begin to talk like illiterates. Our own lawyers began to talk like illiterates. They say it doesn't matter. Some call it a lie, that you disregard the information. Which information are you disregarding? Is the information that is in the public domain? Information that is in public domain, everybody can say, including that same Sahara reporter. They're telling them, why can't Sahara reporter go and log into the US Complaint Act? You go and log in there. Everybody can log in. Go and see it for yourself. Sahara reporter can log in and see it. See the name that is there. Sahara reporter, at least they have people who can be able to have common sense and tell us whether co-director and director is the same thing. Co-director and director and they should go and look at the changes that we within that time. Why is it necessary of making those changes? Why is it necessary to make those changes and resigning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and putting him back? Why is it necessary? What for? For what reason? Who told you cannot be able to pay for Radio Biafra and continue to fund it until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out without changing the name? Then what is the people who are claiming to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is them and them are Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What happened to them? They say they are Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is them. So all of a sudden now, you are no longer Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You want to remove his name. I think they were the one who we are preaching every time. Every time you see them singing, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is DOS. DOS is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is DOS. DOS is Mazi. Why all of a sudden now you want to remove his name? You want to remove his name. So you are no longer Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not you anymore. These are the evil they have planted. These are the lies they have been peddling all this while. Peddling all manner of lies. But Chukwu Okike Abiyama have exposed all of them. Chukwu Okike Abiyama have exposed all of them. That is the strength of the autopilot. Autopilot. The leader of autopilot is Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Chukwu Okike Abiyama giving instruction, giving direction, giving revelation to every single Biafran. Tomorrow he might give to me. You that is watching me, Chukwu Okike Abiyama might give you revelation. Don't be silent. Whatever revelation that Chukwu Okike Abiyama put in your heart, speak up. If you don't have a platform, reach out to somebody that have a platform. Have opportunity to come out and speak. Say what you have heard. Say what you have seen. Say what you have heard and what you have seen. We cannot fold our hands and allow ourselves to be destroyed. Chukwu Okike Abiyama will never allow us to be. Chukwu Okike Abiyama will never allow us to fail. As long as we continue to stand on the right path, the revelation will always come. But what are you doing with the revelation you are seeing? What are you doing with the revelation you are seeing? What are you doing with it? Are you using your revelation wisely, or you are using that your revelation in a negative form? Revelation will always come. It can come through anybody. It can come through anybody. But when that revelation comes, what are you doing with it? You see some people, a revelation will go, just simply because you hate somebody, you will not bite to it. I say it every time that even if we wake up tomorrow and see that the leadership of IPOB have changed 360 degrees and begin to do the right thing, if they make a suggestion that will free Biafra, if the leadership of IPOB make a suggestion that will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, every single one of us will support them. If the leadership of IPOB can change tonight and begin to do what is right, they give an order or make a suggestion that will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, everybody will support them. So it doesn't matter who gives suggestion. What we are heading to, the most important thing is our freedom. We are looking towards our freedom. That is what matters so most for us. We are looking towards our freedom. We are looking towards our freedom, and we cannot look back. It doesn't matter whatever you are doing. Anything that will lead us to our freedom, any suggestion, any plan that will lead us to our freedom, we will follow it. Because that is where we have our common interest. The common interest of every Biafran person. Not only Biafran, but including the Odua brothers. The common interest we have today with the Odua brothers, why we can stand on the same platform, they will lift the Biafran flag, we will lift the Odua flag, is because of freedom. It is because of freedom. It is freedom that have brought we and our Odua brothers together. It is freedom that have made us to extend that handshake to them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu build that bridge between us and our Odua brothers. And today, we can stand on the same platform, protesting with the Odua people. That is the common interest of every indigenous person in that country called Nigeria. In Biafra land, our common interest, the major interest that we have together is our freedom. And anybody that is doing anything or any suggestion you bring that will bring our freedom, we will follow it and support it. But when we see that you are standing as a stumbling block, if you try to be a stumbling block to the freedom of Biafran people, you are dead already. You are gone already. You are gone. We are going to take you out. We are going to take you out. And it's not a joke. It's not a joke. The coming of Biafra and freedom. Freedom is not something you play with. It doesn't come in a platter of gold. It doesn't come in a platter of gold. If you are one of those who is standing before Biafran people to hinder the coming of Biafra, prepare to meet the Lord. If your own responsibility is to make sure that Biafra doesn't come, prepare to meet the Lord. The time have come. The time have come. That is the extent that the caliphate will go to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi can remain irrelevant. They have now succeeded. They have made it officially. Officially, as it stands today now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer the leader of IPOB. Officially, he is no longer the director of Radio Biafra. They made him a co-director, so they can kick him out at any time. He cannot say what will happen and what will not happen. He can't take decisions. A co-director cannot take decisions. That is how it stands legally. That is the legal stance now. But when it comes to the reality, when we come to the reality on the ground, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is unchallenged when it comes to the freedom of Biafra. When it comes to reality, In Biafra land, on the ground, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remained the supreme leader of IPOB, the supreme leader of the struggle for Biafra, the arrowhead, the symbol of justice in Biafra land. Unchallenged. There is no other man living that can match that shoe. It doesn't matter how you try. It doesn't matter how you try. It's going to take you years. It took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more than a decade to get where he is today. It took him a lot of sacrifice. He gave up, including his own parents. He gave us his palace. He gave up his own children, his wife. Today, he is in captivity. You think he's a child's play. You think he can just come from nowhere and push him aside and make him irrelevant. You can't dare. You can only do that in paper. Do it legally, the way you want to do it. But when you come to on the ground, we come on the ground. Every single Biafran child, mother, sister, we know who our leader is. We know who our leader is. And he's unchallenged. The leader of IPOB, the supreme leader of IPOB is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he is the director of Radio Biafra. I saw somebody in my program when I was making broadcast on my page. Somebody came and wrote that we are asking who removed we are asking about Radio Biafra, that who is the owner of Voice of Biafra. Somebody came on program asking who is the owner of Voice of Biafra. What a stupid question to ask. Asking who is the owner of Radio Biafra, you're kind of asking me who is the owner of this channel that I'm broadcasting for. You are kind of asking me who is the owner of the channel that I'm broadcasting for. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu established Radio Biafra. Simon Ekpa launched the Voice of Biafra to pass his message, just like the way he's operating on Enter Biafra 1, Enter Biafra 2, and many other channels that he established. He knew what is going to happen today. That is why the Facebook cannot bully him anymore. They can't bully him. It doesn't matter how you try to push him away or bully him. He will still stand ground. People can still listen to him. That was why he laid those foundations. And that is why he have gone extra mile to open a Voice of Biafra. So I can tell you that Voice of Biafra is owned by someone else. He established it, he launched it. And every other Biafra bought the idea, and Biafrans are supporting that very Voice of Biafra. Biafrans are supporting it today. Biafrans are supporting it, trying to expand it to other places. There is nothing wrong in somebody opening a radio. Just like as if it is easy to open a radio, I will own a radio to preach the gospel of Biafra. I'm not opening it for my own personal gain. I open it to preach the gospel and make sure that the message goes far. Because the people we are up against, they have all the money. They have all the media. The conventional media, they don't speak about our issue. The Radio Biafra that is support, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu established to sensitize our people. Today we know that the Radio Biafra is in the hand of clueless and incompetent people. The Radio Biafra is in the hand of the clueless and incompetent people. That was why our brother Simon Ekpa took the pain of going extra mile to open a radio to be able to reach our people in Biafra land. Just as I said, it is our responsibility to encourage our brothers and sisters in Biafra. You and I already know that they are not getting any encouragement from Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra stands against the sit at home. Radio Biafra stands against every suggestion that has been made. The sit at home on Sunday, on Monday, the economic sanction, they stand against it. How are you going to encourage them? Because they are the people that are on the ground. They are the ones that are going to take actions. The only way you can encourage them is by reaching out. And how can you reach them? So many of them cannot be able to have data to watch these things you are watching today. Many of them cannot have data to watch on YouTube. That is why I do my program on YouTube. I do it on Facebook. Facebook is much more easy for people in Biafra land to key into. It's much easy. They can really enjoy it on their data. But when they come to YouTube, the YouTube consumes their data more than that of Facebook. That is why I broadcast on page and also broadcast on YouTube. I just finished my broadcast on my page. I just finished my broadcast on my page. I have a page also. Troops for Survivor page. That is where I broadcast. I also broadcast on King David exploit his possession. These are the two places I broadcast. Only Biafra issue. I don't talk about any other thing. I talk against the evil of the Janjaweed, the evil they are perpetrating against our people. That is what I speak against in all my platform. If I have other means, if I have other channels where I can be able to broadcast and reach out people in Biafra land, I will do so. That is why our brother Simon Ekpa went extra mile to establish Radio Biafra, Voice of Biafra. And if you're in Biafra land and you're watching, or you have your parents in Biafra land, tell them to connect to 97.5 FM. 97.5 FM. That is where they can be able to listen to the voice of Biafra, the voice of reason. I encourage everybody to key in into that very place. Key in. Do not relent in your effort. It is our responsibility. It is our collective responsibility to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not relegated to the background. It is our collective responsibility to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not made irrelevant. They are fighting so hard, and they are not stopping. They are fighting very, very hard to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remain irrelevant. But they cannot succeed, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not choose himself. Even you and I did not appoint Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We never appointed him. Most of you saw him preaching. We saw him preaching the gospel, and we came. We came, we listened, and we saw that he has the right message, and we stood by him. We didn't come to elect him, appoint him. His appointment was by Chukwu Okike Abịama. And that is why no man born of a woman can remove him in the picture. No man born of a woman can remove him in the picture. If you try, you will destroy yourself. If you try, you destroy yourself. Go and check people who have tried in the past. One of our brother in the creek, one of our brother who came to confess in one of his videos. The video is still there. One of our brother who confessed with his own mouth, he said that nobody living, no human being living, have walked and promoted the Biafra struggle the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. He said it. That nobody, after Dimo Ojukwu, there is nobody that is living that have promoted the struggle of Biafra the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. That same person that made that confession today, he is fighting against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For no reason. He's fighting against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu simply because he suggested something to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, no, we are not going to implement this thing. Let us wait. He got angry. Simply because he made a suggestion and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, no, let us go this way. He got angry. He couldn't be able to handle the argument. He began to fight against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, he is standing against the same confession that he himself made. The same confession he made. He said there is no man living who has brought the plight of Biafran people to the front burner the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done. But today, Uche, you're welcome. But today, that same man is the one standing against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But is he going to succeed? He can't succeed. Go and look him today. Today, he himself is irrelevant. Today, he himself is irrelevant. The person I'm talking about, you people know him. You know who I'm talking about. He is irrelevant today. I wish he stood by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If somebody like him have stood by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and have understanding, forget about jealousy and envy. If he has stood by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by now, he should be one of the people who will speak and the whole Biafra will be calm. By now, he will be one of the people who will stand and speak. When he speaks, the whole Biafra will be calm. But because he has sold his birthright, today he's nobody. Nobody cares about him. Even in his own village, he cannot give order and people obey. He cannot control anybody. Even in his own area, he can't control anybody. If Chukwu Okike Abịama did not appoint you, you cannot achieve anything. But when Chukwu Okike Abịama has appointed you, no man born of a woman can bring you down. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is on a special mission. Appointed by Chukwu Okike Abịama. Chukwu Okike Abịama gave him the assignment. I didn't give him the assignment. You didn't give him the assignment. Chukwu Okike Abịama called him, gave him the assignment, and he picked up the mantle. And he began to fight. And up to today, he is still standing strong against all odds. Even when every one of us have disappointed him. In so many occasions, we have disappointed him. Remember, even when we accused him, people accused Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of stealing. They accused Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of stealing money from transmitter or whatever. All manner of accusation. At the end of the day, it came out to be all lie. It was the same Biafran people, our brothers and sisters, we are the same people who connive to steal that transmitter with the government of Nigeria. And people turn around and begin to accuse Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every single accusation against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it takes some few minutes and you begin to see the truth. Just patience, just have patience and watch and you see the truth. And against all this odd, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing strong. standing very strong. Today, that man is in captivity, and we are trying to make sure that he comes out. And you see people fighting against those who are fighting for the freedom of Mazi. How can you stand against the freedom of Mazi? How can any sane person, how can somebody who is sane, somebody who is mentally okay, be fighting against the release of Mazi? How can you be thinking that you can make Mazi irrelevant? Nobody can do that. You can't. Even the caliphate have tried, they can't. A man whom, when the caliphate hear his name, they will be trembling. When they hear his name, they will be trembling. They are holding him, and you think now you are the one that will make him really irrelevant. You went and removed his name. Remove his name as the director of Radio Biafra. You think you have arrived. You are just wasting your time. In as much as we have seen it, the whistle have been blown every Biafra today. It is now becoming more clearer. We now know it is good sometimes that the breeze will blow so that we know that Reverend Fathers wear trousers also. The breeze has blown. If at this point you are a Biafran, you are still confused, you are still part of the world saying, I don't know whom to follow, I don't know where to go, I don't know who is saying the truth and who is lying. If you are still one of those people, you are the most dangerous Biafran we have ever seen. If you are a Biafran today, you are still doubting, you are still saying you don't know whom to follow, you don't know whom to believe, you are the most dangerous person in Biafra land. Because the truth is open. The truth is much more open than before, much more. This recent one now, this recent of removing Mazi Kanu as the leader of the Indigenous people of Biafra, as the director of Radio Biafra, this recent one have shown the plan of the enemy. It have shown the people who are working against Mazi Kanu. It have exposed them. This recent one have exposed them. But some people, because they have already eaten the evil fruit, they have already eaten the forbidden fruit, their shame cannot allow them to come back to their senses. Some of them are out of shame, they are still supporting evil. You see one of them that said that instead of them to follow what someone else said, instead of them to buy into the idea of someone else, that Biafra, let them scatter the struggle of Biafra. Somebody said it, somebody who claimed to be a Biafra, that instead of you to follow the idea of your own brother, that you scatter your freedom, make sure you let the freedom go. Let the freedom go. And some people are still following that person, listening to him. One of them who called himself a prophet or whatever, that one came out and say that if he was Mazi Kanu, that he opened his mouth and said that Igbo people are not worth fighting for. That Biafran people are not worth fighting for. They are not worth dying for. He came out to say, somebody who says he's a spiritual leader of himself, because he's not for Biafran. He claimed to be a spiritual. He said that even if Mazi, he's advising Mazi Kanu to take money and forget about the Biafra struggle. You forget that the fight we are fighting is not just for all this. It's not for this. The people that Mazi Kanu is looking at is the ordinary people, the less privileged, the poor masses in Biafra land. The fight is for the poor masses in Biafra land. It's not even for those ones abroad. Those ones abroad collecting their salary, living fine. Some of them are married to white men and white women. Some of them are married to white men and white, and they are living okay. They have their insurance everywhere. They are insured, their life insured. Some of them are citizens abroad. And he wants Mazi Kanu to take because of those people and sell the birthright of the ordinary people. He wants Mazi Kanu to denounce the ordinary people because of the evil the rich are doing. That is their level of understanding. Somebody who calls himself a prophet, you see his level of understanding. That is, if he was in the position, that is what he's going to do. The same thing Wazirike did. When the pressure was Wazirike, it wasn't easy. Do you think that Wazirike just sold out? Do you think that Wazirike just wake up and denounce Biafra? Wazirike faced the same pressure that Mazi Kanu is facing today. Wazirike faced the same pressure you see Mazi Kanu facing today. That is what Wazirike faced. But he couldn't stand it. He relaxed himself and took the money. And today, somebody who claimed to be prophet for himself is telling that Mazi Kanu should do the same thing like Wazirike. Mazi Kanu has said it that I am unbribable. And he is. He is unbribable. You can't bribe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Keep on trying. Keep on wasting your energy and your power. You can't bribe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every single Biafran, wherever you are in Biafra land, prepare yourself for what is coming. Prepare yourself. We have cried enough. We have complained enough. This is the time for us to activate civil disobedience to the highest level. Civil disobedience to the highest level. This is the time. And when we preach this, and the information should be going to people in Biafra land. If you have a brother, a sister, mother, father, uncle, auntie, in-law, that's in Biafra land doing business, tell them that the time is now. Tell them, let them prepare for what is about to happen. It is not going to be easy. If anybody tells you it's going to be a child's play, it is not going to be easy. You know the Janjaweed, they don't understand the language of peace. We have told them to leave Biafra land before 15th, and you know they will not listen. We have told them to leave Biafra land before 15th. Every military man should go back to their barrack. We don't want to see them in our streets. We don't want to see them in our villages. We don't want to see them conducting any operation in Biafra land anymore. They should go back to their barracks. You know they will not listen. But after 15th, it's going to be a different ball game. After 15th, it will be a different ball game. Biafran people have spoken. And we are going to enforce it to make sure they move away. And as we're enforcing it, those people that are supporting them, their informant that are supporting them and promoting them, if you're a governor, if you're a minister, if you're a lawmaker, if you're whatever you call yourself, and you are supporting them, bringing military to take away our people, we know you. You are going to be the first target. And every one of you will go down. Every single one of you will go down. If you're one of those that is promoting this evil, promoting the atrocity against Biafran people, you will never go scot-free. You can never ever go scot-free. No matter how you try, you won't go scot-free. The time is now. We have cried enough. Biafran people have cried and cried and cried. And it's obvious that nobody's going to save us. We are going to save ourselves. Biafran people, we learn from what happened to others. We will not wait for it to happen to us before we will learn. We have to defend ourselves. You saw what is happening in Ukraine. Ukraine is on their own. They are on their own to defend themselves, including all the meeting that the Security Council is meeting, all the meeting that Security Council is holding, the EU is holding, all those the organization is holding. Did any one of them come on the ground to fight for them? Nobody came on the ground to fight. It was only making mouth up and down. After their noise making, everybody goes. What does that tell you? It tells you that your freedom is in your hand. Only you can defend yourself. Every Biafran have to embrace him or herself for what is about to happen. From 15 onwards, it is not going to be the same kind of music. The music is going to change. I am praying. I'm praying so hard that our brothers and sisters in Biafra land will be protected. As we are praying for you, advising you, you have to listen and follow the advice. When there is a day of sit at home, sit your butt at home. Sit at home on Sunday and on Monday. Do not expose yourself to danger. We are not calling you to pick up arms anywhere. We are not calling you to go and protest outside. Sit at home on Monday and on Sunday. And as we are heading to the economic sanction, we are going to enforce it ourselves. You'll be part of the enforcement. You will be part of the enforcement. Every single Biafran man or woman that is having business in Biafra land, keep your revenue to yourself. Every revenue you are paying to the local government, state government or federal government, owe them. Don't give it to them. Keep the money to yourself. It's going to be useful. The more you give them that money, the more they have money to sponsor the killers that are coming to our land to take our lives. The more you pay them money, the more you are sponsoring people who are coming against you. It is time for us to wake up, stand up, and take our freedom in our hands. Nobody is going to give it to us in a platter of gold. Nobody. We are going in the most difficult time of this struggle. The difficult time is ahead. It is not going to be easy, but Chukwu Okike will make it easy for us. In all, we shall be conqueror. We shall never lose the battle. We can never ever lose the battle. Biafrans will never lose it. Biafra must come. It must come. No matter how they try, Biafra must come. We are going to a difficult state where ESN is going to play a very important role. That is why every one of us have to prepare to support ESN. The fundraising for ESN is coming on the 12th. On the 12th, the fundraising of ESN coming on the 12th. Every single one of us should come out and support the ESN through the Umueri account. Support the Umueri account. Support the ESN through Umueri account. You will come and give your own quota, even if it is $1, $2, $3. We are more than 7 million, for God's sake. If among our 7 million, if only 3 million people will put $1, $1 into 3 million is how much? It's $3 million. It's going to go a long way to fund the struggle. It is going to go a long way. Even if we have only 1 million Biafrans abroad, which I know that we are more than 1 million abroad. We are more than 1 million abroad. If everybody in abroad, every single Biafran abroad can give $1 on that day, if you can give $1, everybody, just go to Umueri account. Just go to Umueri account and pay in, even if it is $1. Go to Umueri account and pay in that amount. It is going to go a long way. The people that are fighting for you and I on the ground, we are not paying them. They are volunteer force. ESN are volunteer, group of volunteers, people that have volunteered themselves to fight for the freedom of their people, to defend our land, as you and I are sitting abroad, so that at the end of the day we will have a home to return to. These people have given everything. The people who have given everything, committed all their life to the struggle. They have given everything. You are not paying them. You are not paying them. All we are giving them is just support. We just support them to make sure they continue to stand their ground. They are a group of volunteers who have sacrificed everything, who have given their life to defend you and I, to make sure that we have a home where we will return. Why won't you support them? Why won't you support them? Our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us the account that we're going to use to support the ESN. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself sent the Umueri account, and he told the leadership of IPOB to announce it. The leadership of IPOB announced to us that the Umueri account is an account that is being approved by our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That every money of IPOB should be channeled to Umueri account. That was the instruction from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That every money that belongs to IPOB should be channeled to Umueri account. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave that order. The leadership of IPOB announced it. They told us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave that order. He has not given a counter order. Since then up to now, he has never given a counter order. And until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out and give a counter order, then we'll begin to think otherwise. But for now, Umueri account remains the only account available. And it's an NGO account. It is not a limited liability account. That is the account where you give your support to ESN. On the 12th, come out, join the Zoom meeting. The link will be sent on the 12th. If you are one of the followers of our brother Simon Ekpa, you follow it up. I will also share it on my own page and my channel, so that you can connect. You come and make your contribution, no matter how small, no matter how big. Come and make your contribution. That is the way we can continue to keep the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and make sure that they do not destroy his legacy. Some people are fighting day and night to make sure that they destroy the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we will not allow that to happen. We will not allow that to happen. You will not just say you can't allow it to happen and sit back. You will not allow it to happen by coming out doing that which is needful. The way you can make sure that the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not thrown to the dustbin is by doing the needful. As I'm making this video, if you know the support you can do by sharing the video to your platform, share the video to your family and friends, share the video, any platform where you see, you share the video. When you see people who are speaking up for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, speaking up for genuinely talking about the issue of Biafra, you share the video, let it go viral. Support the ESN at your own time through Umueri account. I posted the link already on my channel, on my page. The link is on my page on Facebook. If you go to my page on Facebook in King David Exploit Expose or in Chooks for Survivor page, you will see the link. On your own time, you can pay into Umueri account. Anytime God blesses you, anytime something comes to your hand, give to the Umueri account to support the ESN. You are giving to Chukwu Kabiama. You are giving it for the actualization of Biafra. You are giving it for your unborn children, for your generation unborn. And for those of them who are trying to tell you that Umeri account that you are giving to Simon Ekpa is not in charge of Umeri account. Simon Ekpa does not have access to Umeri account, including Nelly. Nelly is not in charge of Umeri account. She doesn't have access to it. So every donation you are making there, you are making that donation for the freedom of Biafra. And the people who that account is supposed to work for, the ESN, they are not complaining. Initially, we were seeing videos coming out. ESN complaining of funding, ESN complaining of lack, ESN complaining of so many things. But today, that complaint have ceased. That complaint have automatically ceased. Nobody's complaining again. ESN is no longer complaining. They're no longer complaining. What does that show? That shows that Umeri account is playing the role that it was meant for. And whoever is managing the Umeri account is doing the needful, doing the right work. And any day we sense anything that is wrong in Umeri account, of course, the whistle will be blown. The whistle will be blown. But for now, Umeri account remains the only account that Mazi Nnamdi himself handed over to us to sponsor everything that's happening in IPOB. So, every of your revenue have to be channeled to Umeri account on your own time. But on the 12th is fundraising for Umeri, fundraising for ESN, fundraising for ESN on the 12th. Every single one of us should come out and join. Make our little contribution. Small little drops of water can make an ocean. Yes, little drop of water makes an ocean. So we have to come out and support. Let us continue to stand firm. If anybody is telling you that the lawyers will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is a lie. If anybody is telling you that the judge will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it's a lie. If anybody is telling you that the international community will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is a big lie. If anybody is telling you that political solution will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is a big lie. The people that will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is you and I. The ordinary people, the Biafran people. Our action will activate the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is very clear that even the lawyers are helpless. If they can be able to stop the lawyers from going to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 4 good times, even when the judge have pronounced it, they refuse him changing of clothes, refuse him from his spraying materials. If they can do that, what else would they do? They don't obey their laws. We are dealing with a lawless country. So for you to begin to fold your hands and hope in the court of your enemy, you are a time waster. If you are believing on the court of your enemy, it means you don't know what you are doing. That is why every single Biafran, wherever you are, you have to wake up, stand up and fight this battle. We have to start fighting. Fight the best way you can. Put more effort. Anything you know you can do to make Biafra come, go ahead and do it. Any revelation that Chukwu Okabia have placed in your heart, and Chukwu Okabia will convince you within yourself that this will bring Biafra, go ahead and do it. Preach it on your platform. Preach it on your platform. Go ahead and do it. People will walk into it. People will look at any suggestion that is coming from Chukwu Okabia. If Chukwu Okabia place anything in your heart, once you speak it out, let me tell you, leave it. It is Chukwu Okabia that water it. That is why when you see people pushing someone else to go and fight, do this, you don't have to fight. You don't have to create problem where there is no problem. Any suggestion, any language, anything that Chukwu Okabia did not place in Biafran struggle will die a natural death. Anything you bring into the struggle that is not for the progress of Biafran people, and Chukwu Okabia not sanctioning, mainly in this autopilot season that we are in. In this autopilot season, any suggestion, any decision you bring that is not from Chukwu Okabia, it cannot fly, it cannot cross the ceiling. It will die a natural death. But when you bring a suggestion that is from Chukwu Okabia, go to your platform, preach about it. People are going to grab it. The Chukwu Okabia himself will water it. You don't need to struggle. You don't need to fight. You don't need to struggle. Chukwu Okabia will water it. All you need to do is release that information. Release that information that Chukwu Okabia have told you. Go to your platform. If you don't have a platform, go to somebody that has a platform. Speak about that information that Chukwu Okabia have given you. He himself will water it. It will germinate. But if that instruction, you are saying it for selfish interest, you are not getting it from Chukwu Okabia, you are just lying, it will die a natural death. If you like, go to BBC and announce it. It will die a natural death. Chukwu Okike Abiama is in charge. No human being born of a woman is in charge. As it stands now, the struggle of Biafra is in the hand of Chukwu Okike Abiama. It is sad when you see people, they say, Biafra is a spirit, Biafra is a spirit, Biafra is a spirit. At the end of the day, these people that are telling that Biafra is a spirit, they are still standing against every information that comes from the spirit. When you talk about spiritual things, they don't want to believe it. They say no. But they will still come and tell you that Biafra is a spirit. If you believe and trust that Biafra is a spirit, you cannot belittle God. Don't belittle Chukwu Okike Abiama. Don't cage Chukwu Okike Abiama. He can do anything. He can use anybody. He can use anybody to do wonders, including using our enemy to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and give us Biafra. He can do it. So don't belittle him. I thank everybody that have shared this video. I thank everybody who have supported me on this very broadcast today. Anybody who have contributed on this very broadcast today and supported, I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will keep you alive. You will see Biafra. You will not only see Biafra, you will walk into Biafra and raise the flag of Biafra. You will celebrate in Biafra land. Everybody that have joined this broadcast from beginning to the end, everybody that has supported this broadcast and shared this broadcast, you will see the end of 2022. 2022 will not see your end. You will celebrate in Biafra land. If you're Oduduwa person and you have supported this program and followed this program, you will see Oduduwa. You will celebrate in Oduduwa and you raise Oduduwa flag. Any place you are, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your location, it doesn't matter your tribe. As long as you're an indigenous person in the country called Nigeria and you have watched this video, you are fighting for your freedom. You will see freedom and you will enjoy freedom. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect Sunday Igboho. As Sunday Igboho have received his own freedom, as Sunday Igboho have received freedom, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to strengthen him, not let him be weak. Let him continue to fight the battle because the battle has just started. As Sunday Igboho have received his freedom, the same way, very soon, our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out stronger than ever. He will have his freedom and he will come out stronger than ever. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. No matter how they try, they cannot succeed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the most valuable man, remains the most popular man in Biafra land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the most relevant person in Biafra land, in Biafra struggle. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the director of Radio Biafra. That is what we know in our heart. They can go ahead and begin to make all the changes they want, but in our heart, we know whom we are following and we know where we are standing. Thank you so much for following. Thank you so much for joining. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. You can equally join my page. Follow my page. Follow my page. Chooks for Survivor page on Facebook. I broadcast there also on daily basis. If you are not following my page, Chooks for Survivor page. Follow it on Facebook. Follow King David Exploit Expose on Facebook also, a page. These are places where I broadcast from time to time. And tomorrow I am going to have a mind-blowing broadcast with one of our sister channel. You have to connect to Linda TV show. I'm going to have a broadcast on Linda TV show. I have that broadcast every Saturday. Every Saturday, 2 p.m. Biafra time. Every Saturday, 2 p.m. Biafra time. I have a program on Linda TV show. In that program, it is a program where everybody can come in and air their opinion. People come from all directions. People come from all corners, from all angles. Our brothers, our fellow agitators are coming in their opinion from different countries, even from Biafra land. People are coming into that program. So key into the program tomorrow. We are going to start the program tomorrow by 2 p.m. every Saturday. And tomorrow, that program is going to hold. Tomorrow topic is going to be hot. It is going to be hot. You have to come, share your opinion. This is a place where you will have, some of us will like to come out and speak. You will have the platform to come out and speak anything you have in your mind. If you have a question, you can ask a question. If you have a contribution, you make a contribution. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. in Linda TV show on YouTube. Linda TV show. Follow that channel and join the program tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for supporting. Any place you're supporting from, those who have supported by their super chat, I say may Chukwu Okike Abiama replenish wherever you have gotten the money from, replenish it for you. Anybody who has supported with super chat, Chukwu Okike Abiama will bless you. Whatever you have taken out from your pocket, Chukwu Okike Abiama will give you back in sevenfold. May Chukwu Okike Abiama protect our brothers and sisters in Biafra land. Secure them. No evil shall come before any Biafran. We will all go into Biafra alive. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, let's see you tomorrow by grace of God. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.